Hey everyone, it's me, Thomas Wooldridge, and we're rolling with T19. Today is another day of my vlog. I think I'm on day 13. I kind of lost count when I go. I think after day 7, I got lost kind of count. I gotta look at my calendar. It's early in the morning. I got into my car and found out my tire was flat. I already knew I had a slow leak, and I guess because I didn't drive it all over the weekend and it was really cold. So I spent about 20 minutes putting air in the tire. I have a little small pump, air compressor. So I'm a little behind at work, but I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm going to continue on moving on. I'm not going to let that give me a bad day, for sure. But what I wanted to talk to you about is I'm coming off of a weekend. I went out of town, went to my in-laws. It was about 3 hours away, and they were celebrating having a barbecue. And I wanted to just live life. I didn't focus too much on the diet to where I was trying to restrict myself with the calories, because my macros want me about 1,500 calories a day to start losing weight. But that day I was like, well, let me go ahead and just live a little bit. So I had like maybe 2 shots of vodka, 1 beer. I was really good with the food selection. I just got a chicken thigh, a barbecue. Well, it wasn't no barbecue sauce, just a grilled chicken thigh. I had 4 ribs, no barbecue sauce. I had deviled eggs, and that was it. I had all those, but I didn't use any barbecue sauce, and I just used mustard. They just had mustard out there, and that was the only thing I had. I ain't had no vegetables or anything. Yeah, they had potato salads, macaroni, but I was really good to avoid that. And what I did is I ate that, and it basically doubled my 1,500. I was up to 3,000 calories. But I was cool because I still did not eat any of the carbs. It was basically all protein and a lot of fat, but it was majority on that day. It was majority protein. I was about midnight. I started feeling really bad, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna feel the pain of going through what I just do. I'm gonna start feeling the aftershocks." But what I did is I left and went to the store around midnight, and I saw something that I never seen before. Well, I probably seen it, I just never paid attention. But KetoAde has this drink called KetoAde Zero, and it's a sports drink, so it has all the electrolytes, but it was 0 calories, and I think it was just sweetened by aspartame. There was no carbs, no sugar, and I was like, hey, I think I'm gonna try this. I got that and one of those plantain salty peanuts, just plain salty peanuts from plantains. The guy that walks around the logo with the planters, got the guy with the funny hat with the monocular thing. Well, that's what I ate, and I ate that, and I felt immediately good. I was like, hey, I'm onto something right here. Is that KetoAde Zero? I have never seen it. So I did a little quick research on all the Reddit forums, and lo and behold, that was a very popular drink among keto users. And there was a bunch of different recipes that people used. They would put that Propel, where they would get the ones that come in the little drops, the squeezer drops, and they will put it in diet Mountain Dew, and it'll taste like that the Baja flavor Mountain Dew that you get at Taco Bell. It was all kind of interesting stuff that I wouldn't mind checking out. But I went to my local Walmart, and I didn't see the liquid version of the KetoAde Zero. They did have many of the regular KetoAdes, and there was about 74 cents for one of the larger bottles. And I started thinking, I went in and got a couple, but then I was doing some more research about, trying to boost up my electrolytes. So what I did is I went down, and in my research, I actually went down to the medical aisle, back where they have like the diarrhea area and everything. And I got me a little small 88-cent bottle of potassium citrate. And basically, you're supposed to drink a half a bottle if you're feeling constipated. But what I read in the forums, if you use a couple of those teaspoons to help build up, I'm sorry, not potassium, but magnesium citrate. And I read that will help you boost your magnesium rate at a much cheaper way than trying to get it in a pill form. So I got that, and then I also went and went to the salt section with the spices, and I read up on this thing called, a lot of people know about new salt. A lot of the low salt and half salt, they have a lot of potassium in it, because when you get potassium in a neutral form, in a pill form, there's a limit, and I don't know, for whatever reason the FDA set a limit on how much potassium supplements you're allowed to take, and each pill is only 99 milligrams, which represents about 3% of your daily potassium allowance. And I didn't get that. So why would I spend all this money just to get 3% of my daily allowance? And being on keto, you got to have much more potassium than you normally would. Obviously, I eat things like avocado, I eat spinach, I eat kale, get my green vegetables. That kind of helps me get my potassium. Don't do bananas, because that is a lot of carbs and sugar as well. I learned that the hard way. But I went in there and I saw the new salt. The new salt was like $5, but I saw another one called light salt, and light salt was only $2, but it had about 650 milligrams of potassium in it per quarter teaspoon. Now I was like, okay, now that's something right there. For $2, you can't beat that. For a quarter teaspoon to get 650 milligrams. I'm sorry, a quarter teaspoon to get 650 milligrams of potassium, which was perfect. So I got the light salt, I got the magnesium citrate, and then at home I got pink Himalayan salt. And then also I went ahead and got me a bottle of that Perrier with the mineral water. Mineral water is really disgusting. I don't know why all of them have it in a fuzz, sparkling. It's really disgusting by itself. I know some people drink that Croy. It comes in a little can. It's disgusting. But I don't know. Obviously there's a market for it because people still buy it. But I went and got some Perrier seltzer water because of the high content. And what I did at home, and also a bottle of lemon juice. So what I did is, when I went home, I mixed magnesium citrate. I put a little dab on it. I just hate measuring. I just put a little dab. And then with the lemon juice, I put about that much of the lemon juice. Just a little dab, 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 dab. And then the light salt with the 650 milligrams of potassium in it. I went a good little bit, which to the point I think I put a whole teaspoon in, because I needed it, because even though I had my that Propel Zero in the morning, I felt almost like a hangover. And I know I'm pretty sure that the alcohol, I didn't get drunk or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure that little bit of alcohol really dehydrated and took away a lot of my electrolytes in the morning. Mix that, put some of the Perrier seltzer water. So let's just review. I got magnesium citrate, it's 88 cents. I got light salt, which is $2. I got the Perrier water, which was like $1.50. A lemon juice, which is like $2, because I got the big one. The little small one that's shaped like a little lemon. I burned through those really fast, and put all that together. So basically less than $5-6. I made a drink that would last me about, I don't know, probably a week or two for sure. But I drank it. It wasn't so bad, And then I started thinking, well, let me put some apple cider vinegar in it, because when I was eating, because actually the following day, when I was riding back home, there's this chicken spot They sell these hot wings at the gas station, and at the Chevron gas station, and I just broke down and got me 6 wings while I had a long 3-hour road trip. And let me tell you, I know, fatty foods was bad, but I went in and decided to do it anyways. Me and my wife did. She got 6-piece, I got 6-piece hot wings. She got hers, she ate hers in about 15 minutes. I took about 10 minutes per bone, per wing. It was so good. I was eating real slow. I was kind of savoring, tasting everything. It was so delicious. I was literally sucking on every bone. I was biting real hard, getting into some of the bone would start to chip off. Even the bone was delicious. Oh, I loved it. So it took me about an hour. It felt like an hour, and I ate all those wings, and I was feeling really good. At first, my stomach started twisting up a little bit. I said, "Oh no, I don't know." There's a lot of carbs because I didn't have flour, anything cake, anything coating like that in a very long time. So I was kind of worried, but I was good. And when I got home, I drank another bottle of my my little keto electrolyte drink that cost me, real cheap. Did that, I felt excellent. And in the morning, I weighed myself, which I'm glad. I expected to gain a little bit of weight because the 2 days that I cheated, and I learned I only gained 1.5 pounds, which was like, woo, 1.5 pounds, all that, and I did, and I'm still good. And it taught me that I didn't have to restrict myself 100%. I could still enjoy myself, enjoy some of the food, and not be penalized. And I was still focused on avoiding a lot of the high carbs, like the potato salad, macaroni and cheese. I still avoided that, and still was only gained 1.5 pounds, and I was cool. I could lose that really fast. I still think I'm going to be able to meet my goal weight on Friday, even despite the fact that I gained a pound, because in the beginning I accounted for that to weigh a little more than my goal on Mondays, and immediately lose it. But I'm going to get back on there. But like this morning, my throat got a little scratchy. So I don't know if that's, I felt like I was starting to get a cold. So I don't know if it was part of some of the wings that I was eating. It was like a reaction that my body had, or if I truly have a cold. Because also my head was kind of lightheaded, like I was kind of low on electrolyte. It just felt like I had a cold-like symptom. So what I'm going to do is, when I get back to work, I'm going to go ahead and do some Wim Hof breathings, and I'm going to focus on attacking if it's this little cold. If it's a cold coming in, I'm going to start attacking it. All right. So just to review: magnesium citrate from the diarrhea aisle at Walmart. I got the light salt for the potassium. I got Himalayan pink salt. I got Perrier seltzer water with the minerals in it. I'm going to mix that all up with a little bit of water and lemon juice and drink it all. And I'm like 100% good. I feel great. Okay? So try that little tip. And once again, I got to go ahead and sign off. So just don't be down upon yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself if you do fall out. You can do it. Just pick yourself back up and just start all over. It's going to be okay. All right? So, once again, this is Thomas Wooldridge, and you're rolling with T-Will 9. Peace.